So today we have brought a superb science fiction crime thriller released in 2021. And that too Korean, isn't it an interesting combination? In this world, crores of people die from many types of diseases. With the intention of stopping such deaths, Koreans and Americans together create a human being through stem cell cloning and genetic engineering against the law of nature. But that human goes beyond their expectations, because he gets the power to control the 5 elements of the universe, which are called Panchbhut. In such a situation, friends, the hero of our story enters inside this research. Now what will happen after that? You will absolutely enjoy watching it. Let's watch this interesting movie named Seobok. So in the beginning of the story, a man named Seobok is shown in the lab who has a patch on the back of his neck which also has a hole. Through that hole, scientists inject some liquid into his body. Not only this, the scientists monitor him 24 hours a day. They test his blood sample every day. They trim his nails and keep him clean. There are 2 doctors here, friends. One is this one who has a clean shape. His name is Lin, and the other is this doctor who has a beard. His name is Anderson. He is an American. By the way, that day after work, he comes home and is typing some notes of his project. The name of the project is Geobok. In the notes, he types that Geobok is showing better results many times than our expectations. But it has more powers than a normal human being, because of which no disease can even touch him. This is definitely good for humanity because with its help we can save people from dying. But his powers can become uncontrollable. And then hearing a sound, Anderson goes near the window and peeks there and sees a drone there. It suddenly blasts and kills Anderson. Here the movie starts by putting the title of the movie as Geobok. Now from here we directly show the hero of the movie Park, who used to be an intelligence agent. But now he has no work. He starts searching for drugs in his house. Actually friends, Park has a brain tumor and he often gets such a headache that it can take his life away. To get rid of that pain, he needs drugs. That is why he keeps a stock of drugs in his house. On the other hand, we show the head of the intelligence agency whose name is Kevin. This Kevin works for the government. He and the head of American intelligence discuss about the murder of Dr. Anderson. Kevin tells that he definitely works for some terrorist group and Anderson also had the complete report of the Thought Seahawk project. We will find out the murderer as soon as possible and give you the report. Then he calls Lin and says that some terrorist group has come to know about Seahawk. Therefore, it will be dangerous for you to stay in that lab. Vacate that place as soon as possible. Lin says that we have reached the final stage of research. In such a situation, we cannot leave everything. Therefore, emptying the lab is impossible. You do one thing, inform the Zone company. It is responsible for our safety. Actually, Zone is the company that is sponsoring this research. Friends, its owner's name is also Zion. In the next scene, Park is shown going to a hospital where one of his friends works. Park says that I have a severe headache, friend. I have not been able to sleep for 2-3 days. Please give me that medicine. So his friend says that look, even this medicine cannot save your life. So Park also says that I know, you just give me the medicine. Saying this, he angrily takes the medicine and reaches near a river. Actually, it is not a medicine but a narcotic substance. Park puts it in a glass and smells it, then Park gets intoxicated and in an intoxicated state, Park also falls asleep there. Suddenly, he feels as if he is drowning in water and the car is filling up with water. Park tries a lot to escape but he is unable to escape. Suddenly, he opens his eyes and realizes that whatever he saw was a dream. Then some people come there with guns and surround Park. They take him far away in the car and drop him at a river bank. Park is shocked to see Kevin there and asks, why did you bring me here? Kevin says, don't get angry friend. Do you remember this place? Hyango died by drowning in the river here. Then Park says, what is the use of remembering the past? Anyway, you tell me, why did you bring me here? Then Kevin says, look, there is a mission which only you can complete. Park says that I don't work for anyone now and neither will I never. But Kevin says that this work is such that you will get whatever amount you ask for and moreover you will do this work for your country. Then Park agrees and in the next scene he reaches a port where there is a very big ship. Then Lin meets him. From outside the ship looks very ordinary but inside it is a complete lab. After the death of Dr. Anderson, the security here has also become very tight. There are artificial plants, mushrooms and even cloned animals kept everywhere. On which perhaps these scientists are doing some experiment. Park asks, by the way, what are you people really researching? So Lin introduces him to a scientist named Amy who tells that we made artificial chromosomes with the help of genetic engineering and kept it inside a female egg and kept giving it all the nutrition it needs for 7 months. In this way we made it a living animal. So Park asks, what is this animal you people are talking about? Is it an animal, a bird or what? Lin opens a screen and a video plays on the screen inside which shows the waves of the sea. An 18 or 19-year-old boy is sitting watching it. Hark is shocked and says that did you people create this boy but that too artificially? Yes, he is a research subject but at present we cannot call him a human being completely. We have named him Seobok. And then friends, he shows Seobok in close-up. He further says that we had created him as a human being. But one thing happened outside our knowledge, and that is that his brain cells are vibrating very much. Because of this, many powers are contained inside him against the law of nature, which we had not expected at all. He is able to control many things. If he gets hurt somewhere, then within a few seconds his cells start working to heal that wound. And as far as I know, he will never face a thing called death. If you don't believe it, then see it yourself. Saying this, he gives a signal and then Seobok starts walking on the sand. See how the sand around him is moving away from him automatically due to the vibrations in his brain cells. At one point, the plants and stones there start flying in the air. Seeing all these activities, Park is stunned as to what is going on and how is all this happening. He asks, what was your purpose before creating Seobok? Look, you know that millions of people in the world die from such diseases for which no cure has been found till date. So we have created Seobok to find a cure for such diseases. We are extracting yellow liquid from his spine. And if we find a volunteer to test it, then we will be able to inject that liquid in his body and test whether his disease is cured or not. Then Cabin comes to meet Park and tells him that I have not found any volunteer yet. And there are legal problems in this test. That is why I have an idea. You have a brain tumor and you will live for a maximum of 6 months or a year. And if you agree to volunteer for this experiment, we will inject that liquid inside you. If it works properly, your brain tumor can be cured and you will be able to live the rest of your life well, and if something goes wrong, you may die, which will happen to you in some time anyway, but at least you will die with the pride that you did something for the good of humanity. At first, Park thinks what to do, but finally he agrees. Now for this test, Park and Seobok have to go to the American lab. Before going, they inject a medicine into Seobok's body. So Amy tells that this medicine has to be injected into Seobok's body once in 24 hours. If this is not done, Seobok will die. Park laughs and says, what are you saying? Lynn had said that Seobok will never be able to touch death. Amy says that he cannot die just because of an accident or shooting. But because of the power in his body, his cells often vibrate and burst, and due to them he can die, and this medicine prevents those cells from bursting. That is why he has to be injected once in 24 hours. Well, and if this experiment on me fails, then Amy says that if the experiment fails, then you will die a bad death and nothing else will happen. Park gets scared, but he had decided to take the risk for this experiment. He leaves for that other lab with Seobok. Now friends, Seobok and Park are sitting in a container. There is a car in front and behind them for their safety and for emergency. A nurse and a doctor are also with them. So Park introduces himself to Seobok. So Seobok asks, how many people have you shot with this gun till date? Park says many. Hearing this, Seobok becomes speechless. Park is able to see outside through the camera installed in the container, and then an ambulance crosses the container. Then Park warns the security guards coming in the car to keep an eye on that ambulance. I feel something is wrong. The security guards immediately call Kevin and ask what will we have to do after handing over these two to the Americans? Meanwhile, the door of the ambulance opens and some terrorists come out from inside with guns and completely damage the security guard's car. Seeing this, Kevin says that we have to go there immediately and save Park and Seobok. Meanwhile, Park and Seobok sitting inside the container remain absolutely silent. But the doctor and the nurse jump out of fear. At the same moment, friends, those terrorists shoot them both on the spot and kill them. Now Park is ready with his gun pointed to shoot whoever comes. But there is no fear in Seobok's eyes. And then a smoke bomb falls inside the container and the door is also closed. Park faints. When he regains consciousness, his hands are tied. But Seobok is sitting comfortably in a wheelchair. And friends, Park does not understand anything. He tries to free his hands by taking out a knife lying at a distance, and then a terrorist comes and is about to give an injection to Seobok. Seobok refuses, but the terrorist does not listen, so Seobok in anger starts throwing the terrorist here and there inside the van with the help of his power without moving his hands and legs. Meanwhile, Park frees his hands and beats that man and makes him unconscious. The other terrorists open the door of the container and look, there is no one inside. Park and Seobok are already in the driver's seat in front of the container, and they start the car and start leaving from there, and then the terrorist starts taking the container along while hanging on to it. But Park hits the container on the pillars on both sides and knocks them down and moves forward. On the other hand, Kevin is tracking Park and Seobok with the help of his team. Then Park stops the car at a place and calls Kevin and tells him that we have escaped from those people. Currently we are at a place called Kungray. Kevin says that there is a safe house in a town called Lan at a distance of 14 kilometers from there. You both go there. You will be safe there. Park turns after talking and sees that the car has broken down. And he tells Seobok that now we will have to go 14 kilometers on foot. But Seobok asks, tell me one thing, why should I come with you? Park says because that gang is looking for you. Seobok asks why? Because they need you. Well, they need me. So don't you need me? Park says I need me too because if you are not there then my chances of survival will end. So you are also saving me for your own needs. So Park gets very irritated. He says look, don't bother me. Stop talking like this. Saying this, Park takes him on foot. Seeing the outside world for the first time, Seobok starts staring at everything. He sits down to watch the fish at one place and doesn't answer any of the fish seller's questions. Meanwhile, Park comes and takes him away and says that you will not go anywhere alone without my permission. Understood? Always stay with me. So on the way, people are looking at Seobok's dress in a strange way. So Park takes him to a shop to get him a new dress. But that shop also belongs to that fish seller. Then they buy new clothes and shoes for Seobok and come to the location told by the cabin. Friends, there are security cameras all around that building. There is a gun in one cupboard and cash in the other. When Seobok goes to pick up the cash, Park refuses him. Due to which he gets sad that why is he not letting him do anything. Then to convince him, Park buys him noodles which he likes very much and he finishes 3 bowls. Park then asks, how do you know that you are artificially made? So Wok says that my mother told me, and Park gets shocked. Do you have a mother? Yes, you talked to her. Oh, so you are talking about Amy. Yes, she is my mother. She has taught me many things. So you were born in that lab. Okay, I understood. By the way, what did you do there all day? What did I do? Nothing much. I just ate on time. I took lots of tablets. Then they would give me many injections and extract some liquid from my body. Okay, what is that? So do you know anything other than these things? No, I don't know anything other than this. But sometimes I think that these people must have made me and are doing some experiment on me. But till date I have not been able to find out whether I have something called luck or not. I never got the answer to that. But my mother Amy is with me in every difficult time. Hearing all this, Park feels very bad for Seobo. On the other hand, CCTV shows that 2 intelligence agents have come there. Park allows them inside after seeing their ID. They come inside and are about to shoot Seobo suddenly. But Park comes forward because he has to save Seobok at any cost. Otherwise Park will not be able to be treated with her spinal liquid. Those agents shoot Park, but the bullet neither hits him nor Seobok, rather it deflects and goes in the other direction. The agent is shocked that there is some problem with his gun. Meanwhile, Park puts his knife in the hand of that agent. The other agent goes to shoot Seobok, but he blows him completely in the air with his superpower. Park and Seobok together flatten both the agents. And then a call comes on that agent's phone. Park attends the call and it is Kevin speaking in it. He asks whether you guys killed Seobok or not. And friends, Park is shocked that what is going on? Why are you trying to get Seobok killed? Kevin says that this is happening for the good of our country. You please kill Seobok, I will tell you the rest later. But Park says that I have already been deceived once by listening to you. Now I will not listen to you. Saying this, he disconnects the call. Then Park calls Lin and tells him that Kevin is trying to kill us. Please help us. Lin says that you can come to the lab anyhow, here both of you will be safe. On the other hand, Lin tells the sponsor of this research, i.e. Jun, that Kevin is trying to play a double game with us. He wants to kill Seobok. On the other hand, Park leaves for the lab in the car of those intelligence agents. So Seobok says that I will not go to the lab. I have to go to Uljun. But Park says that you cannot go anywhere without me. Seobok says that I can go anywhere because I have this. Saying this, he shows a bundle of cash which he had stolen from the building's cupboard. Although Park had refused him, Park understands that he will not listen to me now. So he lies to him that I will take you to Uljun. But actually friends, he is taking Seobok to the lab. Park asks, by the way, who is yours in Uljum? So Seobok says that is all my private matter. You don't need to know. By the way, when that man was about to shoot me, why didn't you run away? Why did you try to save me? Park says that you have the medicine for my disease inside you. If something happens to you, I too will not be able to survive. That's why I saved you. Suddenly Seobok vomits blood. Park says that we should leave as soon as possible. But Seobok does not agree and says that I am absolutely normal. On the other hand, Zion video calls Kevin and says that you are trying to deceive me. You want to kill Seobok by joining hands with the Americans, right? So Kevin says that now I am not afraid of you. I had a meeting with the Americans in which they explained to me that it is necessary for a human being to be born and die. If he does not die, then he will not be a human being. And if the people who are in this world live permanently, then the condition of the world will be very bad in the future. That's why we have to kill Seobok. And I also found his point correct. And now you will see that. I will kill Seobok. Do whatever is in your power to save him. After driving all night, Park and Seobok stop at a petrol pump. Park tells Seobok that I have to go to the bathroom. You fill the tank and pay the money and do not take out the card. Park goes to the mini market there and calls Lin and tells him that Seobok had vomited blood. Lin says that it has been 24 hours since Seobok left the lab. His blood cells have started bursting. If he is not given that injection as soon as possible, he will die. On the other hand, Kevin calls his team. He asks Seobok to track all the cameras around Park and Seobok's location and find out where he is. Meanwhile, Seobok gets out of the car after paying for the petrol and enters a supermarket, where two girls are eating noodles. Then Seobok's eyes get stuck on the noodles. But those girls call their boyfriends and complain that this boy is staring at them for a long time. Seobok then tries to slip away from there. But one of the boyfriends catches hold of Seobok and pulls him, asking why is he making too much noise. But friends, Seobok turns with such force that the boyfriend falls far away. The other boyfriend punches Seobok on the forehead and in anger, Seobok destroys the entire shop with his superpowers. Park also sees all this and quickly puts him in the car and leaves from there. But in the meantime, he tracks Kevin through the CCTV cameras. He sends half of his team after them, and here an argument ensues between Park and Seobok because Park says that if you want to fight with people like this, then don't come with me. If I die, I will consider myself to be my fate. You stop following me. Saying this, he gets down from the car and starts to leave. Then Seobok stops him and says that forgive me, I will not do this again, and here it seems that Seobok has started considering Park as his own friends and has decided to listen to him. On the way, Park sees some police cars and understands that Kevin must have sent them after us, so Park takes another route and reaches directly near the beach. Park says that now those people will not be able to find us, and as soon as it is morning, we will go to the lab. But later Park realizes, what did I say? Seobok gets angry that okay, so you are not going to take me to Aljan. You are also a cheat like other people. Park says that your blood cells are bursting. I have no other option but to take you to the lab to save you. If you don't survive, I will also die soon. Seok says, you are so selfish. In this world, crores of people die of diseases. But you just have to take me to the lab to save your life. What is so special about you that is not there in those crores of people? You are not a saint or a great person that your life should be saved. What have you done for the welfare of others till date? Hark says, yes, you are right. I have not done anything for anyone. But this does not mean that I accept my death so easily. Yes, I have made many mistakes. But this does not mean that I do not have the right to live. Then Park starts having a headache again. And now he faints. When he regains consciousness, it is morning and Seobok is sitting on the beach. He remembers the conversation he had with Amy. He had said that, mother, you brought me into this world. You have become a great researcher. But who am I? To be born in this lab? To die here? This is my fate. Do I have no hopes? Do I have my own destiny or not? So Amy had said that if you eat half of an apple, then you will have to eat the other half too. No one else can eat it. Understand that one part of that apple is the sun and the other is the moon. Day occurs because of the sun and the moon rises at night. You enjoy the night as much as you enjoy the day. Light is your birth and darkness is your death. He is thinking all these things when Park comes and asks, did you not sleep the whole night? Cyborg says, sleep. I don't even know what sleep is. So have you never closed your eyes for so many years? You never slept. Cyborg says no. And now Park feels very bad that friends what all these researchers have done to him. This poor fellow is neither able to live like a human being nor a machine. Park also says that I am sorry. I should not have lied to you. But how can I explain to you how difficult it is to accept death? Cyborg says, what is the problem in this? Last night you slept and woke up in the morning. If you had died in sleep, you would not have known. What is the problem with you humans accepting death like this? Park says that I do not know all that. But every night when I close my eyes, I sleep with the hope of waking up in the morning. But, ever since I have had a brain tumor, I am not able to sleep at night. Every moment I am afraid that I will die now or then. I told you that I am not a good man. There is a reason for that. When I used to work in intelligence, there was a friend. Her name was Hyango. People from our department themselves started killing our team members, because they were trying to put the blame of a big mistake of the senior officers on us. But Hyango collected evidence against them which he copied and kept in a pen drive. And if this pen drive was given to the media, it would have proved that the mistake was of the seniors, not ours. In the course of conversation, Hyango got completely frozen after drinking the juice made by Par. Because some medicine was mixed in it, due to which the human body gets completely frozen. And then Kevin and his team made such a setting friends that Hyango took sleeping pills and she died. Then they dropped her car in the river. Park gets scared seeing this and asks Kevin, you had just talked about taking the pen drive from Hyango's hand, right? That's why I brought her here. But how did she die? Kevin says that there is no need to become too great. To save the image of the department, either you had to die or Hyango. If you are that generous, then tell me. I will lift Hyango up and drown you in that car. Park is speechless at this and to save his own life, he lets Hyango die. After telling all this to Seobok, Park says that I had to save my life that day. But even today, when I remember Hyango, I feel that death is better. Then such a life and I should die as soon as possible. It is good. Saying this, Park cries even more. So Seobok also feels very sad for him. Now, with his superpower, Seobok makes a grave for Hyangyo with the help of the stones and waves there, and as soon as the sun rises, with his power, many birds come towards them, make a circle and then fly away from there. Park is surprised to see his powers and he forgets his pain completely. Now he realizes that death is as important as birth and this world cannot function without death. In the next scene, Amy is shown in the lamp who opens a drawer which contains a gun. On the other hand, as Seobok wanted, Park takes her to Ulsan, where Seobok wanted to go. There are memorials of some people there. Amy's family photo is in a drawer. Seobok tells that this is my mother and this is my father. Some years ago, Amy's husband and her son died. Amy could not forget her son and she gave birth to me from his DNA. That is why I consider her my mother. I felt like seeing her for the last time. That is why I wanted to come here. Saying this, Seobok gets emotional and cries. In the next scene, both of them leave for the lab and on the way, Seobok vomits blood again. It also becomes dark. On the other hand, Kevin is going towards the lab with the army. Now friends, on the way, he also sees Park and kisses him. When they reach near the lab, a soldier puts a sheet with nails on the way due to which Park's car loses control. Still, Park somehow manages to stop the car. Meanwhile, the police also arrives and then Zion spots a bomb there through a drone, which kills the police, and then Zion's men shock Park and bring Park and Seobok to the lab. Zion calls Kevin and says that you took the help of the army to attack us. But remember this, I'm not afraid of the army either. I have not only money but also a lot of other things and I will keep giving you a demo of all of them. You just keep watching. In a short while, I'm going to give a news to the media that we have created a person with the power to cure every disease. And this news will also go viral. Then I will also blame you that you sent the army to create obstacles in our good work. Meanwhile, Park regains consciousness and he goes to Lin and they are extracting that yellow liquid from Seobok's spine. Park gets angry that he is also a human. How many times will you keep extracting liquid from his spine like this? Lin says, how many times? We will keep extracting liquid from his spine for the rest of our lives. And with that we will be able to keep other humans alive forever. But why are you feeling so sorry for him? He is not even a complete human. He is a clone and we have created him for our and humanity's benefit. Then Park angrily punches Lin in the face and picks up the gun and creates a commotion there. Kevin hears this voice on the video call and he understands that there is something wrong in the lab. Zion also realizes that Kevin has become suspicious. That is why the video call is cut and Park threatens Lin at gunpoint to quietly remove the tubes and wires connected to Seobok's body. By the way, where is Amy? And Park does not answer but takes Park to the nearby morgue. On the other hand, just as liquid is about to come out of Seobok's body, he faints. In the morgue, they open a drawer and Amy's dead body is in it. It seems that these people had shot her. Lin tells that for us Seobok is almost an experiment to a lifeless thing that we are using. But Amy had become emotionally attached to it. That is why she became a threat to this research and Jun shot her. Meanwhile, some people come and start beating Park and then Lin looks towards Seobok but he is not there. He stands near Amy's dead body and says that mother, this place was hell for me. But I came back here only for you. Now these people have finished you too. And then Lin comes to inject Seobok with anesthesia. But Seobok stops Lin with his superpower. He slams him on the floor in such a way that the floor cracks. The soldiers start shooting Seobok. But Seobok's brain cells vibrate excessively, due to which a big bed falls on the soldier and all of them are killed. And now only Zion is left. He wants to run away to save his life but Seobok picks him up and crushes him to a very disgusting death. Meanwhile Kevin reaches there with the army to kill Seobok. But before he can come inside, the whole ship starts shaking. Seobok comes out from there by making a hole in the ship, friends, and in the meantime other police forces also arrive and shoot at Seobok indiscriminately. But not a single bullet hits Seobok. He completely shakes them with his power. Due to excessive use of powers, Seobok becomes weak and in the meantime Park also regains consciousness and tries to start a car there to help Seobok. But he is tied with chains. On the other hand, Kevin has brought a truck in a car, inside which there is a new kind of gun, friends, with which he continuously fires at Seobok. But Seobok retreats and finally Kevin is about to kill him, then Park starts the car, breaks the chain and hits Kevin's car directly and saves Seobok. Park says that you run away from here quickly or else these people will kill you. But Seobok says that I will not go. These people killed my mother. I will go only after killing them. Saying this, he gathers his remaining power and makes that place a big pit. Then he slowly starts taking the moving car towards the pit. Actually oil is leaking from that pit. If the fire in this vehicle falls on the oil, there will be a big blast inside and all the people trapped in the pit will die. Seobok tells Park that now either shoot me and kill me forever, because as long as I am alive, someone will keep using me for their benefit, and if you do not kill me, I will push this vehicle into the pit and kill everyone. Park says that when you knew that you are in so much danger in this lamp, then why did you come here? Here Seobok reveals a very big truth. One reason for my coming was that I wanted to see my mother. The second is that I wanted to save your life. Initially you do not seem to be related to me, but now I start feeling that you are my elder brother. Instead of getting killed by these people, I want to die at your hands. Please shoot me. And finding no other way, Park shoots him in the heart. While dying, Seobok says that you don't worry about me. I have not slept for so many years. But now I will sleep peacefully and go to my mother. Saying this, he dies. Park cries a lot, friends. After a few days from here, we will show you the place on the beach where Seobok had made a grave for Hyangong. Park goes there and places a stone on that grave and takes it back. There, when Seobok was in the lab, there used to be a bird with him. That bird now sits on that stone. It is possible that after Seobok's death, his soul has gone inside this bird in the lamp, and now it has come out of this cage and is flying happily in the open sky. This movie ends here with this scene.